This is your girl Miss V with your Lime Entertainment Hotspot. Jennifer Lopez has unleashed a legal nightmare on her ex-husband, filing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Ojani Noah over tell-all movie and intimate home videos. In the lawsuit, J-Lo claims Ojani is planning to release a movie called How I Married Jennifer Lopez, the J-Lo and Ojani Noah story, which Lopez claims is a direct violation of a confidentiality agreement they signed a few years back. Lopez was told the footage depicted her in a revealing lack of clothing and in sexual situations, especially in the hotel room from her and Noah's honeymoon. Lopez is suing Noah for breach of contract and invading her privacy, and she wants no less than $10 million. Lopez also wants a judge to order Noah to stop any plans to move forward with the movie or release the footage. FYI, Lopez and Noah were married for less than a year between 1997 and 1998. Let's stay on the divorce train, shall we? The paper trail may have been long, but at least they're all signed. Usher and Tamika Foster finalized their divorce on Wednesday. The star first filed for divorce in June, citing irreconcilable differences and declaring they had lived apart for nearly a year and that the marriage was irretrievably broken. The 31-year-old star married the stylist in August 2007, and their son, Usher Raymond V, was born a few months later. Their second son, Naveed Eli Raymond, arrived in December 2008. Usher filed for joint custody, but the arrangements have not been made public. Joe Jackson claims there was no justification for him to be excluded from getting money from Michael Jackson's estate, and now he's asking a judge to grant him a monthly allowance. A guy who claims to be MJ's manager says Michael used to give his mother Catherine up to $60,000 a month to live on, and that Michael instructed her to give half of it to Joe. Joe claims Michael's estate has earned more than $100 million in the first 7 weeks following Michael Jackson's death, and is well able to afford a family allowance for Joe Jackson. Joe says he has $15,425 in total monthly expenses, including the following: $2,500 eaten out, $3,000 for hotel bills, $1,000 for groceries, $1,200 for rent, and $50 in charitable contributions. Now, here are some pertinent questions. If we're spending $1,000 on groceries, why do we need to eat out as much? And if we live somewhere, why all the hotel bills? But the most important question of them all, Joe, $15,425, and all you can give to the less fortunate is $50? Serrani News. Serrani's manager Jones Griffith says it's tough out there, but they're remaining positive and focused on developing Serrani as an artist and a brand. This said in the aftermath of shifting a little over 1,100 units first week of his debut album, No Games. In a climate where album sales have been dropping dramatically in the space of a few short years, everybody has felt the brunt of the decline. Sean Paul came off the back of 4 million sold and did 28,000 first week. Sony rolled out 225,000 units first week for Sean Kingston on the strength of a huge Billboard hit, and he shifted less than 15,000. Vybz Kartel, one of Jamaica's hottest DJs, did 8 units total first week. It's a grind for everybody, but for a dancehall act trying to go mainstream, there's an added fight, added Jones Griffith. Radio is a problem, but it's compounded at retail where it's almost impossible to get product in stores.
Love you, girl, do you feel the same? I don't wanna play games.
They have been getting calls from all over their strong markets saying that the CD just wasn't in stores for people to buy. They're presently addressing that and hope to resolicit the product to retail early next year. They will build another radio story to help facilitate that and are working on that. No Games was released October 27th on Phase 1 Communications Rockstone Media Group, a company jointly owned by Serrani and his manager. The Lime Vinci Soca Dance, ever busy, ever touring, ever performing, recently returned from their tour of Germany, London, New York, and New Jersey. The Soca Dance said the highlight of their tour was their first appearance in Germany. Not knowing what to expect, they went with an open mind, ready to entertain and sell the name of SVG. After traveling for 3 days straight, the dance finally arrived in Germany to a full day's itinerary, including sightseeing of the Berlin Wall, photo shoot for a new clothing line, studio work, radio interview, and the featured show that same night. The guys were more than surprised with the reception they received on the night of the show and the response to Vincy music from a predominantly white German audience. The show was packed to capacity, and the German fans were singing along to every song and responding to every command from Luther, James P, and Fireman. The Lime Soca Dance left Germany early the next day to perform at the Vincy Independence Hype Show at Tudor Rose in London, where the dance left all the audience in awe with their energy and stagecraft. After London, it was off to the US, where they made appearances in New Jersey and Brooklyn, New York. Our boys also spent a great deal of time in New York at Parajack and Friction Studios, preparing for Carnival 2010. They waste no time. Now, I know the guys aren't in studio to say it themselves, but if they were here, I know they would like to thank the many fans for their continued support in the past and look forward to their support in the future as they work tirelessly to put Vincy music to the forefront of the Caribbean music. This has been a girl, Miss V, with your Lime Entertainment Hotspot, home of the hottest entertainment stories on IKTV. All about you.
Makeup provided by Acute Cosmetics. Do good, look good, feel good.